My most treasured memory is walking into the kitchen one morning, seeing how ridiculous my father was preparing what you would see on a cereal commercial of this balanced breakfast. Fruit and eggs and toast and cereal, milk and juice and water and bacon and sausage and literally everything you could think of on that big old table whenever you see a commercial. That was a rarity. That was definitely a rarity. I've struggled with hunger my whole life. I can't remember a time without hunger.
We had to use the school meal tickets, and we would go to the food pantry and things like that. I knew that we were using all these services so that we could have food in our house.
We were always aware when we would get a good meal and when there would be something less of a meal. Or when there would be, a week more of hot dogs and baked beans or Spam.
At one point, we didn't have a car for 2 years. At the time, Millville didn't have a grocery store, so we'd walk across the 40th Street Bridge to the Giant Eagle in Lawrenceville. I remember my mom making me carry milk across the 40th Street Bridge.
There could be someone on your very block that is dealing with a food security issue and you'd never know it.
I think everyone, and I don't care what background or walk of life you come from, rich, poor, whatever, I think everyone has experienced hunger at one point in their life. And it's not a good feeling.
We have so many hungry people in this country who don't know where their next meal is coming from, children going to bed hungry every night. We don't have, in my opinion, a very good relationship with food in this country. It's something we really need to work on.
We grew up in a capitalist culture that sort of values work and thinks that if you work hard, you'll do well. And that's unfortunately not the case. A lot of people work hard and still can't make ends meet.
The idea that people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps is a pipe dream. People need a hand up, not a hand out. They just need a hand up.
While giving away food, it's a good Band-Aid, temporary solution. Hunger is such a widespread systemic problem that you can't solve it with just constantly giving people food. That's not efficient, effective, or dignifying to keep people basically in a separate food system and a separate way of accessing food rather than just going to the grocery store and using money that you've earned to buy food.
I'm in the middle of a residential area. There's no other businesses around me. It is kind of a throwback to what you think of when you think of a neighborhood store. I had been unable to provide fresh produce and fresh healthy choices to the people in my community for some time. One day, Just Harvest knocked on my door and said, "We're here to tell you about the Fresh Corners program." And now I might stock 15 to 20 varieties at any given time. The fact that so many of my customers use food stamp benefits does have a profound effect on their shopping choices. They have to make sure that their benefits last throughout the month, which is always a struggle. I'm really excited that I have incentive programs for food stamp users that gives them extra money for purchasing fresh fruits and vegetables for their family. That really does go a long way to helping stretch those dollars. If my customers didn't have to worry so much about their food budget, I think it would have a profound effect on their lives. When someone has to worry about having enough money to feed their family throughout the month, it is not only a food issue, it is an entire quality of life issue.
So what it would take to end hunger in the United States is just the will to do it. We have more food than we can eat in this country. We got to look at what it means to sustain families, right? And what systems do we want to have in place to make sure that people don't go hungry here? I'm not quite sure that in Harrisburg we're doing a good enough job to support families and children. We've done a better job of making sure kids have access to health care, but we're still dealing with food shaming. We continue to see an increase in the number of kids who need those types of food programs. They're not going down, they're going up, even in the wealthiest district.
When school is out on the weekends and when school is out for the summer, that creates a huge food insecurity issues for a lot of families.
We need those food programs to continue, and they need support. It's not just food, it's how you pay for heat. It's your quality of home, your access to transportation, your access to health care.
Just Harvest works on so many different fronts. It goes beyond hunger, it goes into human rights issues and beyond. The work that they do is so very important.
Just Harvest, it looks out for everyone. It gives you ideas and ways to not only help yourself, but to help your community.
Being able to live without the fear of hunger is a basic human need, it's a basic human right. Just Harvest works on all those issues on a number of fronts.
Without the basic fuel your body needs, you cannot do the things that you need to thrive and grow and succeed in life. Because when you're hungry, day after day, week after week, hunger is a want you will never fill. It's a need you can't ignore. Hunger will eat you. Hunger will eat up who you are.
If you can't make a difference in someone's life, what is the point of us being here? You know, I believe we were placed on this earth to take care and nurture each other. And Just Harvest kind of does that.